Hello and good morning to all of you. Dear staff, today we'll be having a session or orientation on the topic e-child safety evaluation. As you all know, like from the last 2 years, we were working on this e-child safety platform, and now we have to update it. And I want to remind you all about the evaluation work, what we have to do for the inspection. Let's start the orientation with the blessings of our Honorable Chairman, Sir Mr. Abubakar Al-Hashmi. E-safe school evaluation. What is the purpose of this kind of evaluation is? The e-safe school evaluation tool has been designed to meet the following: measuring the level of digital safety in a school, determining the readiness of a school to address threats associated with use of digital technologies, which may threaten students' safety and security, ensuring the sufficient level of awareness for both students and all stakeholders who are involved in a school community. So these are the tools what they have already designed to evaluate the school framework, and accordingly they have already defined. And this is the work which is already made by the Ministry of Education, and there is a portal of Agdar where all those things is already clearly defined with their website. Uh, what is the eSafe school actually? It is actually designed to assess the online safety level in the school, determine the school's readiness to counter online risk, ensure the appropriate level of awareness for students and all members of the school community. So once we complete all the required, you can say all the required framework from the side of eSafe school, then they will give the accreditation to the school, which is like accredited and trusted evaluation will be there, and the system based on the latest scientific approaches. And this is one of the Khalifa empowerment program initiatives. There are some highlights of eSafe school: a national initiative based on the highest and state-of-the-art global system and standards, and applied for the first time in the Arab world, recognized and awarded by the World Summit of the Information Society, which is WSIS, prize from the United Nations in the field of the role of government in ICT development, first place. So this is what the highlights of eSafe school, and this is the first time they have applied it in Arab world, which is United Arab Emirates itself, one of it. What is the goals of eSafe school? As a complement to the online safety program, eSafe school is announced. And eSafe school is a comprehensive framework to assess the online safety level in schools across the UAE. So first of all, they have already given the credentials. We have already registered in the system. So they create a platform for digital surveillance and the protection. And accordingly, they prepare the conscientious and self-immunized generations, and they create the culture of the online security in educational sector. There are 4 elements defined in eSafe school, and all those elements every school has to work. The first one is policy and leadership. Under policy and leadership, this element assesses the online safety policies applied within the school and the familiarity of the school community with it. The second is infrastructure. This element assesses the technical infrastructure and procedures applied in the school to provide a safe environment for the students. The third is education. The element evaluates education and training programs applied in the school with the aim of disseminating knowledge of digital safety in the school through the classroom and extracurricular activities for all members of the school community. Impact and monitoring. This element evaluates monitoring program, recording incidents on the internet, how to respond and reporting a strategy for these incidents, and in addition to implementing a system of monitoring and protection from digital dangers. So these 4 elements, you can say, of the eSafe school, where all the schools has to work. There is aspects and criteria for the eSafe school. Under the policy and leadership, the sub aspects are there. The number one is online safety leader. It should be designated with some of the staff. who is eligible for it. And there is online safety group, online safety policy, acceptable use policy, whole school, the strategies for managing acceptable use, reporting mobile devices, managing digital content, and professional standards. And accordingly, this is very related to infrastructure, where the digital, you can say the digital environment to all the school has to create, under which the password security, how frequently we are using the password, how frequently we are changing the password, how we are setting the password in particular portal. This is also important. The filtering part, what are the access we have given to the staff or to the students through the internet, it should be filtered. The technical security part, protecting personal information, like which information we have to share or which information we don't have to share. Seriousness is there. And the third is education. Under education, there is online safety education, digital citizenship, contribution of young people, staff training, and parental engagement. That we need to involve the parents also in the program. And all these related to the first, at the last, at the last, impact and monitoring, which is actually an impact and monitoring way, whatever the policies, whatever the infrastructure part or education part, the aspects, what the school has already done, there should be a proper review and its monitoring, and what is like actually impact of it. Those things needs to be prepared and done by the schools to present it at the time of the inspection. The quality level of the Esafe school, they have categorized in 5 levels. As you can see, the first is the excellence and aspirational practice, means the rating is very high. It is excellent approach if in any of the aspect school received 1 level. The second level is the features are in place that enhance the outcomes, means it is the advanced level. The third is the essential level, you can say the key elements are in place and have measurable outcomes. The fourth is features are planned or in development, which is an emerging, means they already have all those things, but it is in the initiative way. And the fifth one is there are no features in place, means this is none of the work has already been initiated. So this is the last and worst category, which is the low level. And accordingly, the recommendations also available in the questionnaire, like once your level, if you achieve 3, there is a recommendation that how you can achieve the level 2, like that. The accreditation level is being defined as essential from 2.5 to 3.3, advanced is 1.3 to 2.4, and excellent is 1.2 and below. The development stages of Esafe school, first of all, like Esafe visit, and then there is a evaluation visit, and then evaluation tool, and international best practices, and the risk assessment analysis. These are the steps, you can say development stages of Esafe school is. These aspects are in details and what are the evidences they required. Like as you can see, the elements they have mentioned policy and leadership, and aspect you can see online safety leader. Accordingly, the evidences they required in terms of minutes of meeting, terms of reference, and all those things. In the same way, online safety group, online safety policy, acceptable use, whole school, and so on. They have already mentioned very clearly like what are the evidences they required, and we have to make the evidences in the same way to produce accordingly and to upload in their particular platform through the link. So this is how about the elements and the whole evaluation work. Accordingly, we are having online safety group team. The governing body itself, respected chairman sir, Mr. Abu Bakr Al Hashmi, and I myself as a chief protection officer, I'm acting as a CEO right now. The school online safety group will be categorized in this way. There is an online safety leader, digital monitors, designated safeguarding lead, chief protection officer, distance learning team, monitoring and inspection team, child security officer, and data protection officer. Mr. Mukhindan is there as an online safety leader. Mr. Ajmal as a data protection officer, basically is an IT teacher. Child security officer, Mrs. Jayashree Narayan. Actually, she is a KG supervisor. There's Mr. Rajesh, designated safeguarding lead. He's actually a secondary supervisor. Mrs. Asha Yanikrishna, she is also designated safeguarding lead. and she holding a position of middle section supervisor. She is Mrs. Ansari Kehkashan, and she is also a designated safeguarding lead, and she is handling a primary section as a supervisor. And this is the team of the digital monitor, as you can see, Mrs. Shafana, IT teacher, Mrs. Sakila, Mrs. Abina, Mrs. Anita, Mrs. Madiha, Mrs. Shravani, Mr. Rafiq, Mrs. Reshma. They are the digital monitor of the group. There is a reporting procedure in the school, like if any incidents happen or any anti-bullying or any cyber crime, the students and parents has a portal and they should approach to the digital monitor, and that digital monitor has to escalate the matter to SLT or digital safeguarding lead, and then it will directly go to the counselor, and the counselor has to escalate the matter to the principal and CPO, and they have to investigate the matter, and if the solution can be made, they have to go ahead with that. And if the solution can't be made and it's a critical issue, then it should escalate to the governing body or external child protection agency, or to the place. This is the flow chart in the same way with the designated personality. As you can see, from for grade KG1 and 2, Mrs. Mary Jasmine is there. Grade 1 to 3, Mrs. Shaina is there. Grade 4 to 7, Mrs. Shabana. Grade 8 to 12, Mrs. Nishana. And in the same way, it will escalate to the supervisors accordingly, and then counselor, and then principal. And if the incidents is very extreme, then it will go to the third party like governor or external child protection agencies or police. These are the policies we have in the school. Like you can see password policy, admission policy, well-being policy, social media policy, visitor policy, induction policies, managing mobile content, IT policies and procedures, online safety policy, child protection and safeguarding policy, e-learning policy, filtering policy, AUP and BYOD policy, behavior anti-bullying, and personal data policy. All these policies are already integrated with the school, and you can find all these policies in our website under the section of online safety. And, I hope it's very damn clear to all of you the evaluation work of this Esafe evaluation work. Thank you so much for your cooperation.